Read and select. This section will have 15 to 18 questions. For each question, you will see a word on a screen. You will have 5 seconds to decide if the word is real word in English. Continue. Advice. Advice. Yes. Fundamentally. Yes. Quantum. No. Sector. Yes. Storm. Yes. Door. Yes. Authority. No. Sacrifice. Yes. Eradicate. Yes. Cove. Yes. Merger. No. Disability. No. L. Yes. Divided. Yes. No. No. Kukal. No. Yes. Fill in the blanks. This section will have 6 to 9 questions. For each question, you will see a sentence with unfinished word. You will have 20 seconds to complete the sentence with correct word. Language skill.
There's a restaurant in the hotel. There's a restaurant in the hotel. There's a restaurant in the hotel.
Italy eventually became one country in the late 19th century. I have got to find him.
We don't know why.
We
We don't know why. We don't know why.
He came down with a cold. My dream trip to Europe. I'm traveling to Europe, which is a dream come true. I have, I have, I have, I have had so many wonderful has so many wonderful wonderful things about Europe culture, especially especially the fund. I also want to see some of the ancient and we we studies in school like the Venus de Milo and the Mona Lisa. I am so excited about my trip. Not sure what I am going to do with all my time, but I hope I don't just end off slide. Okay?
Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys.
I lost a bunch of keys.
That's all we did. That's all we did. That's all we did.
What is your favorite thing about trail riding?
Is this your pen? Is this your pen? Is this your pen?
Global warming threatens many species. With the increase in global warming, many animal species are becoming endangered. For example, all, all those tiger population had been stable in recent years. Then that they they are almost endangered. They are they are not almost endangered. Endangered to avoid placing many species of critical critical lives we must our use of fossil fuel.
No one knows that. No one knows that. No one knows that.
One day, he found a book in a bookstore.
She is wearing a blue dress. She is wearing a blue dress. She is wearing a blue dress.
Interactive reading section. This section will have one reading passage. You will have 7 or 8 minutes to answer 6 questions. A radio station broadcast live on the radio. The radio station broadcast live on the radio. The person runs the station has to work at a station every day. The person the person who runs the station has to work at the station every day. The person who works every day, but they are not. Who? The person whose not whose they are not, but they are not necessarily required to broadcast every day. Sophia Sophia to Sophia went to work at a station. Sophia wanted to work at radio station in Miami, but she was often absent. She was often absent on Mondays because she was taking classes she was taking classes at college nearby. She was taking classes before at college nearby. The station mostly used student from the home from the population from the public to broadcast on Mondays from the public. Yes. Okay. Mm, Select the best sentence to fill the blank in the passage. The station also used to announce from other schools and college in local area to do announcing. She was hoping this recording would be impress the radio station get an interview. She would be start a radio show introducing to the radio wave speak radio receiver and sky Mondays, and the station also used to announced. The station mostly used students. Okay, this click and drag the text to highlight the answer to the question below. What did Sophia do on Mondays? On Mondays, okay. The station usually, okay, but she was often absent on Mondays because she was taking classes at. What did Sophia have to do at the radio station when she wasn't able to broadcast? So the station also used to announcer from our school and college to local area to announcing. When Sophia wasn't able to broadcast, she still had to be at the station and write shows from the announcer who would be there. Select the idea that is expressed in the passage. The person who runs the station doesn't necessarily broadcast every day. Some of the many radio stations in the city are called all sports station. Sophia was learning about broadcasting and how radio waves travel. Radio station broadcasting music news by sending signal and satellite in space. The person who runs station does not necessarily broadcast every day. Yes. Select the best title for the passage, the studio recording session, and Sophia radio job, and the wireless world, the job interview. The best option is the Sophia radio job. Now we are into the next section. This is the interactive listening section. Okay, continue. You will participate in conversation video about the scenario below. You are about to start helping your professor write a grant proposal. You meet with them to discuss what your tasks will be and how you can best contribute to the project. Okay, helping professor write grant proposal. Sure, I would love to work on this project with you. Professor, could I ask you to Professor, could I get your opinion on my simple. Hi Professor, I am here for our meeting to talk about your new project. Hi Professor, yes, I am really excited about the project. Hi Professor. Okay, this.
Great! So, as I mentioned in my email, I'm working on a grant proposal for a new project and I could use some help. Well, I need someone to help me with the research and writing. And I thought you would be a good fit for the project. You'll be helping me look into potential funders for the project and collecting information about our target population. I'd like to have most of the research done in the next month so that we have time to revise and edit the proposal before we submit it. Yes, I've created a schedule with specific deadlines for each task that needs to be completed. But if you need more time for anything, just let me know and we can adjust the timeline accordingly.
Now this is the new section. Writing. Write about the topic below. 5 minutes. Describe the town where you live. What is your favorite thing about living in it and why? Include detail and or example in your answer. speaking. These sections will have three speaking question. For each question, you will have 20 seconds to prepare and 90 seconds to respond.
Describe a situation when you have given or received praise. Describe a situation when you have given or received praise. Describe a situation when you have given or received praise.
The situation was in 2 months ago when I was gotten a plus GPA or first division a result on my higher education level examination that is known as an EB board. Oh, it was that moment or it was that time when I got lots of praise from the public, from my family, from my teacher, from my school parents, and from my home parents as well. I got a lot of praise at that time. So I consider this was the most beautiful moment in my life, and in where I got lot of praise, I got lot of excitement, and it was the most beautiful moment and happy moment on my life when I was able to get first division on my higher education examination. So that I always want to remember this time. This was the most praisable time on my life, and I also happy to consider it. In this image, one person is going to see the digital screen or digital camera board, digital television, I can say. In this image, the person is a girl who wear one spectacle on her eyes, and she has a long hair, and she is girl maybe, and I think that she is girls obviously. So she is going to indicate some things on screen, some television screen she is going to watch, and she is going to indicate something there. What there is going to watch, what there is going on that screen or on that television or on that laptop screen or digital screens maybe. And that is on shadow view, and where upper part of these goals were putting some board, and I don't clearly say about that board what is in there. And so the girl is going to watch something on the screen, maybe there some advertisement also. Describe your favorite subject in school. What is it? Why do you like it? How long have you studied it? Why is it important to you? Well, my favorite subject was English, because I always want to speak English language from my childhood, so that I always want to learn English. I will always want to speak English. I always want to communicate English language. So English subject was my favorite subject in the school life, and I studied it more than 10 years. More than 10 years I studied it, English subject was most beautiful and most enjoyable subject when I studied it. I had studied it. I able to find that moment and time to enjoy and to create good vibes when I was going to speak English language with with the native speaker or with my English teacher also. So it was good for me and it was important for me to learn English language, so that I always want to consider the favorite one subject is English subject. So when I was want to speak English language, to like in English is most important for me. Well, obviously, it is the most important for promoting the culture. The food is the best way to promote culture. For example, in my country, in my own country also, dal, bhat, and the rice, legume, and vegetable is one of the best ways to perform to represent our culture, our happy society. Because all people is want to have legume, rice, and vegetables in all days, in every day they have it, and it present and it indicate that these people how loves to eat it. So it depends to all the people culture how to going how they want to eat and what they want to eat in the future and what they eat in the present time. So food is the one of the most important things to represent any culture. On the other hand, for example, the Thakali food is most suitable example for this question because Thakali food is represent the Thakali people or Thakali ethnic people, ethnicity of Thakali people they represent. In Thakali food, what they want to what is in the Thakali food and what they want and how to make it, the ways of prepare that Thakali food they represent, and so that the culture indicate or culture revealed on that kind of food that is Thakali food. So this is the best things to representative of the culture. So I provide this most suitable example to explain the answer, so that food is the best things to represent, to indicate, to promoting culture in the international stage as well.